overrides on the routing tables, um, the cargo bay hidden door structure. I think we've got all of that. I think the only improvement that we could honestly probably improve is maybe these frames right here. See about maybe pushing them back and then actually locking in solid stone blocks, make it look like absolutely nothing there. But other than that, I think that's about it for here. Let's go ahead and take that train and head back to Greenville. If somebody would like to go and set us up on the rail
I
over there, we're
believe
gonna go
Zero Racing has it.
Exo
Or, I'm
race.
sorry, XO. I don't know where I got zero. Now we just
He's
gotta.
zero racing now. That's funny.
We are waiting on Steam. So give me just a second to build up some steam here. I'm at 115 degrees Celsius and climbing. We're at 4,000 steam and rising. And here we go.
And we're off.
Like a herd of turtles. Seriously, like a herd of turtles. What is going on here? There we go.
We'll have to do some adjusting on a limiter track. And there's the blast doors. Refuel
I'd
station.
actually have to agree with Exo Race. That actually does look like just a reinforced section of track back there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, an Enderman.
Did we run him over?
No,
Darn.
I was hoping.
he was waiting for the train.
Free Ender Pearl.
Yeah. They haven't been dropping them lately, though. They've been stingy.
Oh, I
No,
know,
they've
right?
been
Greedy buggers.
stingy. That's all right. Once we go ahead and hopefully we'll actually have some time on the server here before we actually get to the end. I'd like to put the Ender Dragon on another episode.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be something cool.
Okay, so I've pulled all of the. Okay, apparently we didn't need refueled. I was kind of hoping we would have
Needed to be refueled.
shunted. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I could shunt down there so we could show all of that. I might actually run the train around a couple of times. So if you kind of peek around the corner, you can see our passenger
Yeah.
things, and they drop back down into the ground over there. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and shut that down. And welcome to Greenville.
Again.
Yes, it's been a couple episodes since we've been here. Let's go ahead and set our password in the door here. Everybody through? Exo Race, are you coming?
And
Mm.
this program right here that I actually got for the door mechanism, I actually found. Oh, where did I find it at? I did some digging around and I ended up finding one. But the only thing I didn't like about it was when you typed in your password,
It was
you
visible.
you could actually see what it was saying. So I was able to change that to where when you typed it in, as you can see, it does nothing but a star, but it's still reading what you type.
Which is absolutely really nice. So, as we've got this bit of wiring is actually I spent several hours on cleaning this all up. It used to look like a wreck. It used to look like a mess, like down below the blast doors and the
Oh man, it was a.
cargo.
No, I think it was a lot worse than that.
Um, I don't know them cargo bay doors. I can't. I'm the one that wired the thing, and I really don't have an idea where any of those wires are, as you guys probably probably noticed on the episode 2 we went through the grand tour. We were running all over trying to figure out what broke and why. Um, so let me go ahead and give you the rundown. I've got it all kind of laid out for demonstration purposes already. Starting on the left and going to the right, we have our debug reset. That's on the black wire. That's our common ground. All three bundles, we've got three bundles. We've got one input and two outputs. One goes to the track, one goes to display, and one is our input. The common ground is linked across all three bundles. So any signal sent on the black cable can be read across all three bundles, which is really nice. Now up here, we've got our debug display lights. We've got our destination 1, 2, and 3. You're not following me over here, buddy. You're getting sidetracked with we'll come
Uh,
back and look at those wires.
I'm actually right
So,
over here.
are you really? Okay, maybe that was lag because you were still standing down there to me. Um, so anyway, we got the white fixture, the orange fixture, and the magenta fixture all set up. Our three destinations on the front panel, as he probably showed you in episode 2, or maybe it was 1. I think it was
I think it
episode
was one.
1. But right after we get done showing all of this, I'll actually go back over there and show you how that works. Um, Destination 1 on our input and our output harnesses is in white. The destination 2 is orange, also on the input and output harnesses. Destination 3 is magenta. As we've previously explained, our ground, our common ground, is on our black. Now we have 3 additional wires. These are only on the internal harness. These are our toggle signal 1, toggle signal 2, and toggle signal 3, respectively. Originally, how we had this set up is you could push a button and it would actually set more than one destination. It was brought to my attention by Somlek that that was a bug. So I actually spent another 3, maybe 4 hours trying to figure out how all this worked, and that's where the additional 3 wires came from, our toggle 1, 2, and 3. When we actually set a wire, that's what this this is our toggle reset. These are our toggle reset latches here. And what these are going to do is it's going to send a pulse down the 1, 2, and 3 wires into these pulse formers and send a pulse down the 3 toggle resets, which are going to come back out over here. Each toggle reset, you have to have 2 per destination, because when one wire is on, 2 wires have to go off. So taking this first wire, orange, since our orange is our primary input, our yellow and our cyan have to be our secondary resets. So again, one wire on, 2 wires go off. And what that's going to do is it's going to, when the white or the yellow, or excuse me, the white and the magenta gets triggered, it will send a yellow and a cyan down the orange orange line. I know that's a little complicated to understand, but it's simple logic. Um, if we can get around our display harness. So what we're standing on right here, this is our input harness here. And then we've got all of these repeaters. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch these out for buffers, um, for diodes instead of the repeaters, because the repeater gives a 1-second delay instead of a buffer gate. I'm going to actually switch these out for buffers for diodes. Then what I'm going to actually do here is show you the framed bundle cable here. This is our output display harness. What this is going to do is you can see that it goes back across the top down there. That runs lights. The reason I had to have that there, I guess I could have ran it off of the secondary output harness, but I didn't really want to run that direction. I it made more sense to me logically to insert it right here in the middle of the gate as a display wire. We have our memory gates ran down this line, one for each color. We have one on the magenta, one on the white, one on the orange. As you can see, there is a black wire on one side of the memory gate. That is the reset. As you know that our black is our common ground. We actually have the yellow and the cyan. As essentially what we're doing is we're shorting the circuit on all of the other gates to reset it back to um, back to default, which is off. So that's why we have 3 inputs, 6 total on the internal wires, and then 3 outputs. Actually, we have 4 inputs, don't we? Because we have 3 destinations plus the common ground. I guess you can
which
call
is a
that a.
reset button, right?
Yeah, our
Yeah.
reset button just short circuits the common ground. But yeah, essentially a fourth input. So over here on our out harness, this is also our common ground here. You want to come down here, kind of show how this is wired in. This is underneath the detector track, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the train gets the destination set, it'll hit that detector track and short the black wire out, resetting all of that, all those gizmos and gadgets over there, and turning these wires off. When these wires are on, I actually have them set up down here to turn on redstone torches and activate the ticket track
Which
above. The
and
tickets are pre-programmed with our destinations. You can actually run any amount of wiring and any amount of destinations with this. With this particular system, you would actually have to increase the amount of toggle reset wires on the. You'd have to say if you had 5 destinations, you'd have to have um, four. You'd have to have 4 reset wires per memory latch if you had 5 destinations. If you had 16 destinations, you'd have to have 15 reset wires. So this isn't really feasible in large applications. That's where Somlec's little program over at Community and over at Fairfield actually come into play. He's got it all wrapped up. It's smaller, more compact, and less complex.
I basically
Um,
took all of his wiring here and put it into a little bitty box about that size right there.
yeah, he did a really good job on that. It was a frustrating night. We spent reprogramming that over at Community, but after we got all the bugs polished out and everything fixed up,
Then we took it over
uh,
there to Fairfield, and we've actually modified it for Fairfield though, and actually made it better.
yes.
So I think XO got a better deal out of it all.
Well, Exo Race was telling me the other day that the first one's a prototype, second one you know what you're doing, third one at that point it's just like you can do it in your sleep. So,
Yeah.
oh, there was one other thing that I forgot to show you guys.
Uh,
The passenger safety rails.
oh,
Um,
okay. I know where you're at
those
now.
are yeah, the those are linked into the signal boxes above the track out on the main line. I don't know if ExoRace knows how all this works, but essentially the signals are linked into this receiver. That receiver, it's this memory latch, turning it on, activating the blue wire, activating the pistons. Down here, simple detector track automatically detects the train on the rails, and then it sends a reset down the black wire back into the memory gate, and then we also have a manual override up here too. It looks like. Let me go ahead and actually get a piston wire. If you can step aside for me real quick, Exo Race.
Sorry.
You're good. It's standing on the wires.